Welcome back, guys, for another episode of the Ghetto Rig podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have my co-host Jay, and behind the camera, controlling all the good stuff, Miggy, doing his thing. So, what episode? What we're getting close.
247.
247. I was gonna say we're getting close to that 250 mark. 247. So, shout out to our official sponsors, UFC Gym Largo and UFC Gym Pinellas Park, and then Vitality Wellness Centers as well. Go check those out. Links are in the description. But yeah, welcome back, guys, for another episode. Yeah, what'd you guys get into today?
Boys are in town. Just give you a heads up, guys. So stay tuned for Thursday. Boys are gonna be all together in one place. So
We're gonna be doing another one on Thursday. Okay.
And the Thursday after that as well.
Oh, really? Okay. Perfect. So yeah, let's get into it, guys.
I didn't really do anything today. I really just got home, pooped.
I took Rodolfo waiting.
That's it. I
took
didn't
him.
really have much time to do anything.
Yeah, I took Rodolfo waiting for the first time. For his first time, he was sketch while we were out there. He's like, "Bro, this water's a little murkier than I thought it was gonna be. This and that, blah blah." But he did fine.
He thought he was in Key
How big
West?
was the drum?
Huh?
How big was that drum?
The drum was 21, 22 inches.
Right there.
Yeah, middle slot basically. I caught him right as we were leaving, so I brought him home for my dad. My dad's always talking crap to me about not bringing him fish. My mom too.
No worms inside. Nothing, because it's small.
No, I mean red fish.
Reds don't have it as much.
Red fish.
The bigger ones do. The big.
Yeah, really big ones. I mean, your slot is only up until 27, anyways, so you can't go any bigger than that to take home. But yeah, I'm sure if you crack open a big, like 35-inch redfish, you're probably gonna have a higher chance of having worms. I mean, anything like any decent sized drum, you're gonna have worms in. But I've seen some guys talk about how those worms are 100% harmless. You don't even have to cook them. Like I saw this guy who was filleting a black drum one day, and he was literally like grabbing the worms like out of the meat because they're like those spaghetti, like white spaghetti worms that you can just like literally peel off the meat because there's so many of them as well. And he was just eating them. Like the fish was raw, and he was just pulling them out and eating them. He was basically proving how harmless it is.
Can you look up, Miggy? How is it that on ChatGPT? How is it that you can eat these drum worms? Like why are they not harmless or whatever? But you know what, boys? I've been disappointed.
Why?
I don't see a jiu-jitsu anymore. Y'all kind of came in, put your little check mark, and fucking never came back.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, for me.
Well, you know what? Let me track that back. I'm kind of a little more proud of him than you because he's been coming without you here and there, but still disappointed with both of you.
Okay.
Just a level of disappointment. If this is the disappointment of you,
this is
he's
the
just
thing.
under.
This is the thing about me and jiu-jitsu is that jiu-jitsu is such like a disciplined art. Show up every day, get better every day, practice. I can't do that shit every day. For one,
2 days a week, bro. 2 days a week.
I try. For one injury, so like I go in, obviously not go 100%, but put in some effort, get injured, and then I need like 2 days off till I'm like, okay, I'm barely feeling it, and then it's like jiu-jitsu has that pressure of okay, you gotta be there every day, you gotta be there every day, you gotta be there. You can't.
No, not every day, bro.
For me personally, I can't do it.
2 days, just do 2 days a week, and then increase it to 3 and see how you feel.
I was asking myself that question: is like, why am I not more like physically active, or at least wanting to go more to jiu-jitsu? And it's like, dude, I got podcasts, I got work, I got gaming that I love to do, and it's competitive gaming, so I got to put in time for that. And there's regular just hobby gaming, that playing with friends or something, hanging out, and then producing the podcast, getting the stuff for the podcast, then taking pictures as a hobby, editing those pictures. It's a shit ton of stuff, and I just can't fit it all in 1 week.
Can I put it in a
perspective? Doing a lot of
perspective?
shit lately.
Can I put it in a perspective? Like, with gaming, you're talking about, like, if you don't play games for, like, 2-3 days, you're like, shit, something's missing, right? Because you're so used to playing those games. It's the same thing with jiu-jitsu. 2 to 3 days a week, if you give it a month or 2 months, 3 months, after 3 months, when you don't do it, you're like, something is missing.
Yeah, my try is, like, I want to go at least once to twice a week. That's my goal. But it's difficult sometimes. It's hard.
I've been trying to go. It's just with me. I added softball to my plate, so anytime there's a softball game and softball practice, I gotta go. Right. And there's been plenty of days where I'm home on time and I'm ready to go to jiu-jitsu, and then I'm like, oh shit, I got softball in like 30 minutes as well. Like I can't go to jiu-jitsu anymore. I've been having like more shoots where like I'll get back to the office at like 4 o'clock. By the time I offload and do everything, I'm not leaving till like 5:36 sometimes. Been staying later at work. And then same thing like other hobbies too that not necessarily get in the way, but like sometimes I'm just don't necessarily want to go sweat for 2 hours. I kind of just want to hang out, but still do something I like. So like I have sim racing, which I just spent a bunch of money on recently that I've been doing with your brother and some people from work and stuff. Which
You know what I guys hear? All I
and
hear
then
is
fishing.
excuses.
Yeah, they're excuses, but
Let me ask you this: more, were these shoes the new ones you got? You said they're probably the most comfortable Nikes you've had. Were they expensive or they're like middle of the road or how were they?
they're kind of expensive. Yeah.
If you ask me, like, because the way they look, I think of it as like older man shoes, and I would like like if they're more than $50, I'm not paying.
Right. So they're way more than $50. They're three
Yeah.
times that. They're 150.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They kind of like got like some hype recently for some reason, but I don't know. I saw them and I like them, and they're comfy as fuck. I got them. I got them
wear
as a
them in
gift.
Europe.
Yeah, I'll be taking these to Europe to walk around for sure because
Yeah.
they're comfy. These and probably maybe another pair of shoes or two, and that's it.
Because that's what I'm taking. I'm taking 3 pairs of shoes: sneakers, my catfish shoes, and like nice shoes.
Your catfish shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess probably a nicer pair of shoes, and then walking shoes, night shoes, and then Crocs. That's really all I need.
Crocs. Where are you gonna wear Crocs?
All the time. Just like I wear Crocs.
Please don't
now.
wear Crocs in Europe, bro.
Why?
Please don't wear Crocs, bro.
I don't give a damn. I'm American. Crocs, motherfucker.
They're gonna look at us like shit. They're gonna get the worst of the worst because they're like, look at these slobs.
Bro, you know it's funny.
They're gonna look at him the same way they look at colonizers.
So-
This nigga's
Yes.
colonizing-
Yeah, they're like
colonizers.
this colonizing motherfucker didn't have the couth
Yeah,
to wear normal shoes.
That reminds me of some funny shit. So recently, my boss, both of my bosses, basically, technically, right? And then Emily's manager and Miguel's manager as well for their business. They all took a trip to Boston to go to Fenway Park for the Tampa Bay Rays game, right? And they were talking about how much they got heckled while they were there for wearing Rays gear to the game. And the funny part was, is like Boston won the game, and then after the game they went out and didn't go change. They kept like their Rays jerseys on, and like they basically got heckled the entire night. Like people even like shoulder checking them and shit like that. Like just because they know like it's like 100 to 1 in any scenario. Because everybody was out there wearing Boston gear. They were all happy about the win and they're all going out and stuff.
Well, I'm glad they fucking won, because if they lost, they would have caught some fucking.
That's exactly what they were saying. They were like, well, it's probably a good thing that we lost, because if the Rays would have won, we probably wouldn't have been able to go out at all. Like, we would have probably left the Rays stadium or left the Fenway Park and realized, yeah, we probably should go straight to the hotel and change and then maybe go out.
Yeah. Well, but what does it say?
Getting heckled.
What does it say, Miggy? What does it say?
For the redfish question about why you can eat the worms is that they're usually nematodes or trematodes. They're a natural part of many wild fish population. In most cases, they aren't harmful to humans if the fish is cooked thoroughly. The cooking kills the parasites.
Ask it. This is the same question, but with black drum.
Yeah, the black drum are the same boat.
For spaghetti worms, a type of tapeworm larva called blah blah. Depending on species, these show up as long thin pale strands. They are harmless. Okay.
So they don't look good, but they can ruin, the texture of it.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
So they're saying basically cooked is fine, raw not safe unless frozen to FDA parasite
Standards.
destruction standards first. Yeah, it's basically what they're saying. Don't keep it alive. I can see it like if you immune compromised, like an older person immune compromised, or just somebody that's sick and you eat it, like it has to err on the side of caution, because there's those people and then they're gonna end up suing ChatGPT for giving, and then they're gonna get it. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, I haven't like caught many redfish and actually taken them home and like cooked them. Most of the redfish I catch, like 90%, I'm just letting go. But the ones that I have, I mean, no worms yet.
Go, Miggy, go to Discord and then we'll talk news. Pull up that thing. I thought this is fucking hilarious.
Did you guys see the 2 Chinese ships that collided attacking a Filipino small Coast Guard ship?
Mm-mm.
So they had like a a Chinese. So it actually wasn't a Chinese vessel. It was like a. It was some. I think it was like an. I think. I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, my buddy told me it was an American, like like a American vessel, like American made vessel that we ended up like creating and then not using back in 2017, and like I guess China bought them or something. Big ass ships, huge, like not fucking destroyer style, but like they're big, you know, and they're chasing down this small Coast Guard, like Filipino Coast Guard ship.
Is there a
And
video?
there's a video of when it crashes. Yeah, the two Chinese ships crash, and they're blasting the Filipino ship with the water jets,
Uh huh.
the water cannons or whatever.
Point though, I don't get it.
They've been having these issues lately. China and
Philippines.
Philippines and a couple other, Taiwan obviously, around the islands, and like who controls them and blah blah blah, and they've been very very hostile towards those ships.
Yeah, that's what I want to show, huh? Hit like the middle of the video, see what it does. No, I'm saying like the middle of the timeline on the video. Will it skip at all? No, it doesn't. Yeah, just find a different one. Dude found it. He showed it to me today. I thought that shit was crazy. And then like the whole entire bow of the ship is just ripped off. Wrecked. Bad. I think this is the same. Look right there, you can see it. So they literally are like trying to corner this Filipino ship, and they end up hitting each other.
Dude, that pressure,
Boom.
water.
Oh man, there was two guys on the front of the ship when that collided. You guys saw that? There was two guys throwing out the buoys, and then that clip right there after shows the aftermath. You can see it's just wrecked the front of the ship.
Damn. You done fucked up.
I think he said one of them was called a Corvette. the one of the ships, one of those big huge ships.
Well, very well named, because Corvettes are not very nimble. They go fast, but they're not nimble.
What do you think went through the ship's captain's head?
Well, somebody's
Like,
getting
Fired.
Yeah, somebody's getting
Fired and thrown in a hole.
I mean, they were purposefully doing this to collide with the other ship. No,
Yes. Where's the clip where you can see the front of the other ship?
I'm sure they're gonna show it here. Nope. They just keep showing the same thing.
It showed it for a second. Go like in a third way through the video. It showed it for a split second. I saw it. Okay, play here. So why is it? So it's just control around the islands, you were saying, Miggy?
Yeah.
But look, there's two guys throwing like the little buoys on the front of the ship when it collides. I think right here is where it showed it for a second.
Fucking Filipino sailors celebrating like we fucked up two ships.
Yeah. Battleship, bitch.
I mean, if they really want to fuck them up, why don't they just fire those?
Well, then it's an international incident.
Yeah,
right?
they're just using like the water cannons like they do for those whalers or whatever. Let it keep playing for a second here, Miggy. Damn, I think it passed it already.
And there's a third
I
one
haven't
coming
seen
up.
anything about any
Oh,
part
no.
of the ship, so.
I think it was earlier than what I thought. then.
Earlier, yeah.
It's the same shit.
No,
I saw it for a split second where it was.
I saw
I
it
thought
too.
it
I know
was.
what you're talking about.
I thought it was gonna.
Should be coming.
God
out.
damn it! There you go, right there.
Oh, come on. Dude.
Jesus, Miggy. Right there, yeah. So you can see the whole front of the ship is basically ripped off. Me and my buddy were questioning when we were wondering like, could it sink? Is it far enough like away from
I'm
shore
sure
or
they're just.
anything?
I'm sure there are departments that they just block off, and they have pumps and shit in each one. It just keeps pumping the water out. You know.
I think it's more of a question.
As far as like what's going on.
Yeah, towards. There it is. South China Sea claims. China claims about 90% of the South China Sea through its 9-dash line, which overlaps with Philippines' exclusive economic zone under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. The Philippines legally won an international arbitration case in 2016 that invalidated China's broad claims, but China refused to recognize the ruling. Since then, China has built artificial islands, stationed military assets, and used maritime militia vessels to assert control over these waters. There's a couple other reasons why. Strategic geography, obviously they want that. Recent U.S. Philippines cooperation, resource competition. Apparently, these waters are believed to hold rich oil, gas, and fishery resources, which China has huge fishing fleets.
Have you seen? Apparently, like Argentina has been having a lot of issues with Chinese fishing vessels that are literally like factories, right? They'll pull the fish out and just fucking process it right then and there, make the cans and everything, and fucking sell it.
I think it's another big issue that they're getting a lot of the sharks, getting the fins and just killing them and throwing them in the water. They don't even care for anything else. And a lot of people, especially activists, are very against that and are very, very prominent in that area.
Yeah, there's videos of like 300 plus vessels just like sitting on a line, you know, and then what will happen is they'll cross the line, they'll do their thing and they get out. By the time they find out that they were there, they're already gone. You know what I mean? So
they also have those crazy trailing nets as well that catch everything and kill everything that's stuck in there.
I saw a thing about that. They were saying like these trolling nets that they use, like not only do they tear up the seafloor, right, and ruin the habitat for the fish, when they catch the fish they're looking for, then they throw away all the byproducts. So you just have all this fish getting killed, right, as a byproduct. And apparently, I saw I literally saw this video today. I forgot what country they were talking about, but they were saying that that country was taking measures against these fishermen because it's ruining the environment so bad that they dropping big ass boulders in the middle of like the trolling lanes. So when these guys come through with their nets, it just breaks their net off. Literally, I saw the videos. Like this country was dropping huge rocks off of this boat.
I wonder whether they can just booby trap the entire water with bombs and say like
bombs. That's crazy. I don't think you could legally do that.
Why not? It's their waters. You can do whatever the fuck they want.
For the same reason you can't put a fucking electric fence on your house. A little uncruel.
The uncruel? What's the uncruel?
Like it's sorry, it's a little cruel.
Oh, little
I don't know why the fuck I said uncruel.
I thought you said unk like.
No, I don't know why I said uncruel. That doesn't even make sense.
Greenpeace is an environmental organization has been actively placing boulders in the sea to combat destructive commercial fishing practices, primarily in the United Kingdoms.
Boulder barriers.
They're intended to deter industrial bottom trawlers and other harmful fishing methods by risking damage to their equipment, thus making it impossible for them to fish in those areas. You know, this is funny because UK back in World War II actually did something similar against Germany. They had obviously the the submarines, whatever the fuck they were called, but they planted landmines inside the harbor because initially they didn't know that these submarines were, you know, patrolling the harbor. They were just coming out, boom, destroying a merchant or whatever the fuck was going through. So what they did was they realized that this was happening, and they put down some mines in the harbor and told everybody that do not use that channel. And the submarine came by, boom, exploded in the mines, and Germany didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Everybody knew except Germany.
That's cool. Well, the mustache man had to go, you know what I'm saying? By any means possible.
Let me see if I can find a story on that, but UK ocean mine against German submarines in channel.
Oh, World War One though.
They used minefield extensively in the English Channel and North Sea to restrict German U-boat movements and disrupt their operation. That's hilarious, though.
Yeah.
So I can't wear Crocs in Europe?
Nah, bro. Everywhere I looked there, they said you don't want to wear any kind of like gym clothing. It's very looked down upon. Like I've seen people wear shorts, but they're nicer shorts and nicer shoes.
So I can't wear these?
Nah.
Well, I'm still gonna wear them.
But look it up.
What are they gonna do? Arrest me for wearing?
They're not gonna
shorts?
arrest. No, they're not gonna arrest you. But then what's gonna happen? Like if you go to restaurants, they're gonna fucking look at you sideways. They're not gonna fucking serve you the best, or they're gonna give you shit, because they consider that as disrespectful. right? Because in Europe, everybody
What is it?
dresses
What is it?
super nice.
What is he gonna? What is it? The waiter gonna fuck me? Why do I gotta
No,
dress
they're-
for him?
No,
He's
they're not gonna
trying.
fuck you, but
He's
they're,
trying. What the fuck?
no, they're not gonna fuck you, but they're gonna just treat you like shit. Bring you fucking food
Because I
maybe spit
wore
in it.
shorts?
Yeah,
No.
because they
way.
consider
Come
that
on.
disrespect. I'm serious, bro. I'm dead serious. Like I wanted to bring all of my track pants because they're comfortable to walk around and stuff. And I saw that they said like, whatever you do, do not wear any kind of fucking sport clothing if you're not going to the gym. Yeah, because in Europe, people are like the ones that live there. They're very, very like particular about the shit that they wear.
I don't know, brother. I'm not gonna go to a whole new wardrobe just to go to Europe. So
You don't have to. You can wear jeans and a t-shirt and things like that.
yeah, but I'm not gonna wear jeans every day. It's gonna be hot over there in some areas.
Yeah, it is.
You said you want to be.
Yeah. I thought this was hilarious, man. This is what soaked owls look like. I just saw their faces. Like, if you click through the pictures, bro, they look so fucking pissed by being like washed. I thought it's funny. This motherfucker just like, what the fuck? Look at this guy. Like, really? Seriously?
It's always funny how furry animals, when they get wet, they just
Look at this
shrink
guy.
in
This guy is
size
just
like
like pissed with life. It's like, fuck this.
I think owls always kind of look angry.
You
That's
know,
just part of
owls
their
are
look.
like. Have you ever seen owls fly? How they make zero noise.
They don't
when
make
fly?
any noise. Yeah, they don't disrupt any of like the draft in the air. Like, it's a very weird thing, and scientists really haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
I saw this video of these guys that did a test where they had all the different, like, they tested a bunch of different birds flying across like a whole entire like hallway worth of microphones under them, and they'll have like the bird trainers come
That
in
right
and
there.
have them fly across, and owls make virtually zero noise.
Mhm.
Zero noise compared to other birds. All these other birds made a lot of noise.
You know what I was gonna say just came to me and fucking I lost it again. Oh, helicopters. You know why helicopters are so loud? It's because of the propellers. Because this propeller, when it spins, it creates like wind air draft, and then the one in the back cuts through it. That's what makes the noise. So they haven't figured out a way how to make helicopters that doesn't do that, and it's not as loud, right?
I saw an army copter fly over the bay when I was out there. No, not the bay. It was actually I was actually on the Gulf side. So, but yeah, I saw one fly over. I could tell it wasn't a news copter too, especially because it was so loud from far away. I heard it before I saw it. It was a big ass like black chopper.
What is he saying?
That there's no sound of the owl. It's so relaxing watching a documentary. They're just smoothly talking to you into the microphone and narrating everything that's going on.
Put you to sleep. And that was the noise he made. It was him screaming. The owl screaming, I'm guessing. Yeah?
There's no sound. Yep.
So they're like the perfect hunters, huh? Zero sound,
Are
nothing.
a bat is a bird, right?
Bat is a no.
No?
It's I think it's a marsupial. I think it's a marsupial. No, bat is not a bird.
No. Birds are feathered, egg-laying animals. They're mammals.
Yeah, there you go. Not a marsupial mammal.
I thought bats were cold-blooded.
They have fur, give birth to live young, and feed them milk.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason I thought of bats is I saw this video today of like the actual like vampire bat, right? And it's interesting. They literally like legit will sneak up to animals in the dark while they're sleeping, and like
Yeah.
like they have like some kind of sensory.
Novocaine type of shit.
They have like some kind of sensory shit on their nose where they can feel on the animal where the blood is like running the warmest to make sure it's the closest to the skin. And then they have like the smallest little teeth where they'll just like prick and let the blood like flow out and drink the blood. And then they have to drink half of their body weight in blood to survive because blood is not very nutritious.
That's how all
What
the
is-
Dracula stories were created. That's
Yeah.
feeding the young. I just think it's crazy how they have a thumb on top of the wing. You know what I mean? Like that wing, like on where it creases, it has the thumb, like that hook. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Have you ever seen fox? Like somebody that owns a fox as a pet?
Not in the U.S. I've heard it's pretty common in the U.K.
Well, in the UK, fox are just in the city. They're in the city, like you see stray dogs and cats here.
Yeah.
That's how they are with foxes. With fox, I guess there's no such word as foxes.
Some
Fox.
ugly ass bats, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking ugly.
They are. Good thing they stay. They only come out at dark. I've had a whole fucking flock of them shits fly past me in the middle of the night. That shit is scary.
For the longest time, your brother-in-law, I think he still does. There's like a little hole, and there's a bat that lives in there.
Oh yeah, it's still at his house.
I think so.
I didn't know. I had heard of this bird the other day, a magpie. You know what that is? Australian magpie.
Sounds familiar. I don't
So
know.
apparently, these birds are native birds to Australia.
Oh
right?
yeah, they like make a bunch of noises and shit, right?
These birds during mating season get extremely territorial, and they'll attack humans. There's this video. Look up. Just put it next to that. Into Girl's Eye. There's this video of this girl. She's standing outside, and this magpie puts his entire beak.
Oh shit.
Look, you can see it in the video. Entire beak into her eye, and like it's a very known thing that you get attacked. Like it's extremely often
I don't
that it
think we
happens.
can show this, bro.
I'm not showing it. I'm just showing you.
This is like her own video that she did after it happened. Bro, it went deep into her eye. She got fully penetrated.
Hey yo.
Not the first time.
My bird.
But my buddy Jackson, he's from Australia. Or his dad is from Australia, and he's going over there soon. And he told me, he goes, "Yeah, I'm going in like magpie season, so I'm kind of worried actually, especially like where he's from. I guess they have a bunch or whatever." And he was telling me that people, when they go and like walk in the park during magpie season, they wear like what looks like a tent on top of their heads as like a protector.
Show me that. I want to see that. Like magpie protectors.
Yeah. They'll wear shit like this. It's very known that they get attacked.
It's like these are zip ties they just put on a fucking hat.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Homeboy out there testing his hat, bro. That's what he's doing.
My buddy was telling me how like Australia is really just occupied mostly around the coast. Like all the center of Australia is just no
empty
man's land kind of thing.
Because it's very hard to live there, right? That's my understanding.
I don't know about that. I think the fucking animals are getting so big for a reason.
Yeah, look at it. It's like a fucking Sahara type of deal. There's like no greenery.
It's
there.
around this, and it's like around the same size as the U.S. basically. I think in like actual, space, it is a little bit bigger.
It's a lot of desert. Simpson Desert, Gibson Desert, Great Sandy Desert, Great Victoria Desert.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sahara Desert. There's nothing there. Just the Bedouins cross it, and that's about it.
I feel like that's
Fuck is there in the middle of nowhere here though?
big ass fucking crocodiles and
That's true.
and tigers and everything.
Have you seen
Not sorry, they don't have tigers. They're lions, probably, right?
There?
What's the big cat of Australia? I don't think tigers. Tigers more of like an Asia thing.
I'm sure they have them.
There are no native big cats. Wow, I said lion and it didn't sound right either. Well, there are some large feral cats. The marsupial lion. Were marsupials like that? They used to have stuff like that.
What is this, an otter lion?
What? So what? You gotta like worry about hippos?
Do you see this
Hippos,
thing?
elephants.
Snakes.
This thing
Snakes.
looks like a fucking Pokemon.
I'm trying to think of big animals though.
Big animals? Probably snakes. Probably. Well, what's the biggest animal? Snake probably is the biggest animal.
No, what are you talking about, bro?
Over there? Probably
Yeah, elephant. They got elephants, right?
Crocs. Not crocs.
Crocs.
Biggest animal in
Crocs.
Australia. Just look it up, dog. At this point.
We have a podcast. We're here to talk. biggest what is it? Animal?
Kangaroos. Yeah,
Red
them motherfuckers
kangaroo.
will fuck you up.
No way.
Man, I'll put these motherfuckers up against the alligator or croc any day.
Yeah, bro. I'd rather fight a kangaroo any day over a crocodile.
Yeah, you fucking.
Have you seen some of them
Wait.
kangaroo just standing up and how ripped they are?
I've also seen kangaroos
It's
get
like a-
decked in the face
You think you
and then just stand there like they're dumb.
You think you can rear naked choke a kangaroo?
Why did half of
Easily.
the lights turn
Huh?
pink in here? I just noticed that.
I think you ain't fucking that kangaroo fucking you
But a
up.
croc?
He looks like a 45-year-old
Australian
dad that's been on
croc?
TRT all his life. He's about to
An
single leg you.
Australian croc. You'd rather take an Australian croc than the
Nah,
kangaroo.
Nah, kangaroo.
Exactly.
I'm going against kangaroo. That bitch
Yeah.
don't got teeth.
Dude got some fucking feet. Though.
Yeah, no.
There's
these
no way.
motherfuckers
Those
fucking you up.
crocodiles over there have to be bigger than a kangaroo. Come on.
Well, put in most dangerous animal in Australia.
Probably crocodile.
Nah, it's probably gonna be a fucking spider or some shit. Or like a snake.
Third option,
Or
maybe.
a spider.
Yeah, snake. See, like venomous snake or some shit.
Hit all so we can get like the Google answer, I guess. Saltwater crocodile, various venom snakes, box jellyfish, and spiders like the Sydney funnel web spider.
Pull it up. I want to see that motherfucker.
The Sydney funnel web.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling me about that flight too. I was like, "Good luck, dog." I mean, we got to do the same thing, I guess, to Australia, to Europe, but
No, our flight's gonna be shorter than his. Cause
Well,
he's
he's-
going probably LA and then LA.
yeah, he's going to Cali first.
Cali.
Yeah.
That's 6 hours. Just if he's doing direct, that's 6 hours from here to Cali, and then another probably what 12, 14.
He it's on the east side, so he doesn't have to go across Australia.
Dude, look at those teeth, man. That motherfucker fuck you up with those teeth. Look at the damn teeth, bro.
I don't fuck with spiders. I have a buddy of mine who's so terrified. If there's a spider in the game, he won't play. Like if it's like a scary game or something like that, or like there's spiders chasing you or whatever, like he won't play. He's like that terrified.
Right.
There's even
Can you expose his name?
Arachnophobia.
yeah, Angel, his little bitch.
Wow. Does he play World of Warcraft with arachnophobia mode on? It turns all the
Probably.
spiders in the game into like some weird thing.
That's a known thing in games now. Is like there's an arachnophobia mode because people are so scared of spiders. I don't know. I'm much more scared of a lot of other things than a spider, though. I can just
What's
stomp
the scariest
a spider.
thing for you?
Scariest animal?
Yeah.
Very likely like an alligator or crocodile.
I'd
Get
say
you
a fucking bear.
get you in the water, get you in the on land, and then second thing probably bears probably
Bear, bro.
tie,
Them motherfuckers can swim and run just as fast.
and they can climb
And they can fucking climb.
and climb up a tree.
Bears
I
will
saw a video
fuck
today
you
of
up.
two bears that climbed up a tree about 90% of the way to a blind where these guys were, like a tree blind. They were in there hunting, and two bears went up the tree at the same time and got like within me to the fucking light stand up the tree, and the guy's just sitting there with his fucking gun, and he hadn't shot or anything yet, but he's like freaking out. You could tell like the fucking camera was shaking and shit, and the bears were just clung onto the tree looking at him. They just sit there. After they get all the way to the top, they just sit there and look at him and look at him and look at him, and then eventually go back down and leave.
He knew.
He said, I see your firearm, sir.
Yes.
I will be retreating now.
Look like you've been certified and been doing this for a minute.
Have you seen the movie Revenant? The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio where he gets attacked by the bear and it's like fucked up? Yeah, that's gotta be bad. Like,
Dude, so I don't know. I think we talked about this. Apparently, like there was this thing that went viral for a minute. They were asking women, who would you rather run into on a hike, a man or a bear?
We talked about this, yeah.
And a bunch of women picking men, which, like, I honestly think sometimes, like, ladies that we love don't really think with their brain.
Well, I see a lot of men that do the same.
Nah, bro. Men ain't gonna choose a bear over a fucking human.
I'm just saying that they don't think.
Well, they don't think, yeah, but, like, this is a life and death situation, and it is, there's this, like, fucking gap within mentality. I don't know what it is.
We
like,
talked about this before.
Yeah. But anyway, oh you, so I saw the other day on Instagram. There's this guy that like has this badass camera equipment, and he goes in and takes like macro photos of different fucking um insects and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering what kind of camera he uses or what kind of lenses, because those pictures come out.
So nowadays they've actually started coming
Awesome.
out with like macro filters. So if you actually look up Miguel, it's called FX filters. FX Prism filters, I think it's called. They make one of their filters that this brand makes. Yeah, Prism Lens Effects. They make a filter that will turn any lens into a macro lens,
No shit.
where you can
That's
like
kinda
focus like this close. And they make a shit ton of like crazy different effects for even like handheld filters and so yeah, so that's the macro one. You can see like it even like adds zoom a little bit.
cool. Damn, that's cool. So
Yeah.
it adds another glass basically.
Yeah.
And are these expensive? They're not that expensive.
No,
56
$60. Well, you also have half and full. Is a full more expensive? Yeah, full more expensive.
No, let me ask you this.
It's not.
Oh, it's just the size of the thread for different lenses that changes price. Yeah, that's
So,
usually how
but
it
you
works.
still need to have a good macro lens and then add this on top of it, right?
No,
Like,
no. That's the whole purpose of this, is to not have a macro lens.
well, what would happen if you add this to the macro lens?
Well, macro lenses usually have like that really like skinny end to it. Look up a actual macro lens, Miggy. Like a real one, not a lens that has a macro mode. No, not G Master. They don't. Sony doesn't make any actual macro. So that has a macro mode, meaning you can turn it to where it has like lower minimum focus, but actual macro. See that? That's an actual like close up lens. Those are made specifically for close up shots.
How macro is this?
I don't know how that works, but extremely. You can get
Doesn't it say?
you can get like this close to the object.
Yeah, no, you get close to it. Yeah, no, I get it. But what is the?
Well, that's all macro means.
It's getting close. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Like a macro mode, like Miguel was using a lens yesterday that has a macro. That one does, yeah. The one he was using, it has a macro mode, which basically just allows the minimum focus to be at a much shorter distance. They use those lenses for this kind of stuff to be able to like go through objects that's nice and skinny. You can do that with it.
Homeboy got some light system right there.
Probe lens, that's what they're called. But these are like the lenses that they actually use for like being able to get super close to an object and be able
But
to
it's
full
not all
focus.
about super close. You have to be able to zoom in to look. Like if I
Well,
get
that's
super
all
close,
about the focal length of the lens. That has nothing to do with it being macro or not, right? Like the lens that I use on a daily, my 24 to 70, I can get within I think it's 0.3 or 0.8 meters, so not very close to an object. I have to be like this far. Like if what I'm trying to focus on is the cup, I would have to be at least like this far, or maybe a little bit closer. I think it's 0.3, so it's probably like around here, like a foot. I can't get any closer than this.
then it's not.
It's not going to be in
yeah.
focus, right? Then, like, for example, my 70 to 300 lens, the new one that I just got, that minimum focus is like 2 meters.
Oh shit.
So you got to be like 6 feet from something to be able to get it to focus, right? Now I put a macro filter on there, and now what's going to happen is it's not going to focus at all, like very far. Usually, it's only going to focus at close. You can also get extensions, which what we have at work. They're basically literally extensions that you put in between your lens and the camera. It's literally called a tube extension, and that because all it means when a camera says 10 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 24 millimeter, 70, all that means is the distance between the lens and the sensor, like the actual glass element and the sensors, the distance, right? So that's why
This is what I'm talking about, like that.
Yeah. So that's with those probe lenses. That has nothing to do with the actual zoom of the lens, like the focal length. That has to do with the minimum focus distance. So you can get really close to something and get really.
Well, how are
blown
they
up
able
shots.
to blow up the fucking animals like insects and shit where you can see the hair? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's done on really high resolution cameras and with really good zoom lenses from far away.
And with
They're
editing,
shooting from far away, so they don't have to worry about that minimum focus distance.
bringing down the highlights so that you get more details in it also help.
Like you can see the fucking asshole on this thing.
Yeah, that's because he's getting this close to it. That shit is cool. The stuff you can do it like that.
Like, look at that.
Yeah, and you can only do that with like a actual macro lens, with like one of those probe lenses, or with the macro filter, or with the tube extension. Look that up. Make it lens tube extension. So I can just show Jay what I'm talking about here. It's literally like a spacer that just goes between your lens and the camera to add more distance to get you a different kind of focus.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
So what that's gonna do is basically allow him to get super close to something, but that's stupid. DIY tube extension. Yeah, don't do that. That's how you get your lens to fall on the floor.
There's some pretty cool people that do 3D printed cameras now.
Nah. 3D printed cameras?
Yeah.
How do you do a 3D printed camera? We need all the fucking equipment that goes inside.
Like a film camera, maybe.
Well, even film camera, you still got to put lenses and all kinds of.
No, film
Mechanics
camera, I could see them doing it. That wouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, a film camera. That's definitely something you could 3D print. A
Yeah, but-
digital
okay.
camera.
So you 3D printed, but the guts, you still got to put guts in it, right?
Yeah. Well,
The
with
guts
the
has
with
to
the
be-
film camera, it's all mechanical. There's no electronics, so that's pretty easy to do with a 3D printer. But for a digital camera, all you're gonna do is print the body.
That's what I said, yeah. That's kind of weird.
We got any new Trump news?
Oh
He's been
yeah,
kinda
we
quiet,
were
no?
going to talk about
He's trying to take over major cities.
Oh, I did hear about that. New York and
Most specifically, Washington D.C.
take over. What does that even mean?
He's trying to not militarize, but basically get rid of the police and make them into National Guard.
Why?
To restore order to the city in order to bring down crime.
Interesting. That's fucking weird. But the news is that he's meeting with Putin, and that in Alaska, out of all the places.
in Alaska.
I guess that's the middle ground between the two.
Yeah,
of them.
halfway. Not even just way closer to the Russia, ain't it? At that point.
Yeah, but it's still American territory, so we can control it a little bit better versus going to like Khabarovsk, which is basically like the catty corner from Alaska.
This is an article by AP News that was released about an hour
Yeah.
ago. There's a new picture of law enforcement in the nation's capital began taking shape Tuesday as some of the 800 National Guard members deployed by the Trump administration began arriving. The city's police and federal officials projecting cooperation took the first steps in an uneasy partnership to reduce crime in what President Donald Trump called, without substantiation, a lawless city. The influx came the morning after the Republican president announced he would be activating the Guard members and taking over the district.
I like it how they
police
put in
department.
Republican president. You know what I mean? They could just fucking be biased about, non-biased about it. They have to be like putting in Republican. You know what I mean?
Something the law allows him to do temporarily. He cited a crime emergency, but referred to the same crime the city officials stress is already falling noticeably. By evening, the administration was saying that the National Guard members were expected to be on the streets starting Tuesday night, according to a White House official who was not authorized to speak publicly and spoke on conditions of anonymity.
Has he been talking about this? Doing this?
Said what?
Has he been talking about doing this if they don't get their shit together?
I mean, it's supposedly starting today.
No, I know, but has he like talked to them? Because the officials are saying the crime is going down. The only way officials are saying the crime is going down is not because of their benevolence that they're doing this shit. I think he probably went up to them and said, hey, listen, I'm bringing National Guard if you don't get your shit together, right? And they had to start doing something because for the longest time they didn't do anything, right? Like what changed?
I think
Why is crime going
I
down?
think this is just another big thing that's coming up to avoid talking about the Epstein files.
Oh, yours cracked too?
Yeah, and
cracked
I'm
right
just-
on that corner too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it changed again. I don't know. Do you think it's a good thing or do you think it's a bad thing?
if there is such unlawlessness, sure, it's a good thing. But in a way, I don't think huge headlines should be made about that to try and take away from the fact that he's not releasing the Epstein files, because that is his job as a president, is to kind of maintain order in the country. And if there are people in government that are not doing their part in maintaining their city, it is his responsibility to do that.
Yeah, I can see what you mean, because, like, Chicago is known as Chirac because how bad it is over there. Detroit is another one of those cities, right? Any of those, like, democratic cities, the crime is through the fucking roof, and I don't know why it's like that. I don't understand it. Maybe they're less strict on things, or letting things slide, or it's just because of the population of people that are there and just what's happening.
Big cities lead to big organized crime. I think it's as simple as that.
Yeah, but it's only
and where organized crime is going to be petty crime as well.
Well, but it's only in a big democratic cities. In big Republican cities, they're clean.
I think there's organized crime in every big city.
No, yes, but the democratic cities are known for being just like crime ridden. Like, look up most crime ridden cities, and then look up most safest cities. Yeah, so Baltimore, Cleveland, Birmingham, Detroit, New Orleans, St. Louis, Memphis, Tennessee, Little Rock, Oakland, Milwaukee, Stockton. All of these are every single one of these is a fucking democratic city.
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying. Okay, look up crime-ridden cities, and if they're Democratic or Republican. You throw it in ChatGPT, probably give you the list. Do top 50. Give me a list. Just tell him to give you a list, so nice gives us nice.
He put top 50.
No. Like a.
It's gonna do it like that. He put top 50.
Thinking longer for a better answer. Ooh, let's see what kind of a bullshit answer you're gonna give us.
Is it me, or since 5-0 and
evaluating political sensitivity, defining methodology?
Is it me, or is this shit slower now?
It's slower. ChatGPT 5 is slower. People have been complaining about it.
Yeah,
and all
bro.
the prompts they used to have.
No, for me, it's still remembering.
No, all the prompts they used to have, they're not working as well. So they had to redo the prompts and everything. So people are complaining about it. And it's actually a little more accurate now. Like, it's giving you better results. Okay, what does this say now? Alright. Memphis, Tennessee. Damn. Look at that. First 20 most crime-ridden cities. Keep continuing. See, first Republican, 23rd, Dallas. Then Miami, Florida. Then Oakland. You see what I'm saying? First top 20 cities, the crime-ridden, are Democratic cities.
Aren't also the majority of big cities in the U.S. Democratic?
I don't know. That's a good question. Can you look up that? Are majority big cities in the United States Democratic?
Because that might answer your question literally right there of why. If majority of our Democratic, that's just how the stats going to work, you know?
Yeah. But even then, even if that's the case, like what gives?
Well, maybe it has nothing to do with it being Democratic. Maybe it's just the big city thing. Out of the top 50, roughly 75 to 80% are Democratic led. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only 15 to 20% are Republican led. The rest are independents or officially nonpartisan by unclear affiliation.
Mm.
So it is the majority, a large majority, is Democratic. That's why.
Yeah, but still, get your shit together.
Well, that has nothing to do with them being Democratic or Republican.
Okay. Well, what about
it's
the
just
state?
a matter.
Okay, let's.
That's why when you said like, oh, I think they're like.
No, let's just go
weird.
with states now. Okay, cities are cities. Now go with states. Do the states. That'll give you an idea whether the state itself being Democratic it plays a role, because we know it's about 50-50, right?
We have more Republican governors
Yeah,
at the moment,
and
just by a
which states
couple.
are most crime ridden, and what is their political affiliation?
You know, Mickey, you can leave a lot of those like incorrections, spelling incorrections in ChatGPT, and it'll know exactly what you're saying. Like I put stuff in a ChatGPT that literally looks like gibberish,
Yeah,
and
and
it
he
knows. It
understands, yeah.
knows. Like it doesn't.
I do it as a favor to myself so that I'm better at typing and don't.
Oh, I'm not trying to be better.
No, I mean I guess it's not for everyone.
Well, this didn't give us fucking any data as far as are they Republican or Democrat leaning. Okay, keep going down.
Right there, it said it.
No, right there. Keep going down. Right there, it says it right there. Okay, District of Columbia, Democratic. New Mexico, Democratic. Then you have Alaska, Republican. Tennessee, Republican. Arkansas, Republican. Then you Democratic, Republican.
So you actually have more Republican states.
Yeah, but these are smaller states, right?
Well, I'm just saying that's just a stat. You have more Republican states that have the high crime rate.
Well, is this violent crime rates? But see, these cities are not.
These are the whole entire country. Sorry, the state.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if it has anything to do with political.
I think we can solve this problem very quickly. Is there a correlation between democratic states and cities and being more crime ridden than Republican?
I think it's more of a correlation of just big cities and high
Between
population.
Democratic. What'd you say?
And Republican.
Cities and or states. No, that's going to give us something completely different. Hold on. Is there a correlation between cities and states that are democratic being more crime ridden versus Republican? Republican cities and states. Cause and effect between them, okay. Cities versus states. Large cities in the U.S. are mostly democratic.
Yeah, it's like I said.
Run, and large cities
just tend to have
higher crime rates than rural. Blah blah blah. States with high crime rates. At a state level, the picture changes. Some of the highest violent crime rates are in Republican-led states like Tennessee, Arkansas, Alaska, Louisiana, and Missouri, as well as Democratic-led New Mexico and D.C. In fact, FBI and CDC data shows that the southern state, many of which are Republican controlled, often have higher murder and violent crime rates than northeastern. So there's no really good fucking explanation, I'm guessing.
big cities.
But big cities, I mean, if you know you got a big city and you know you got a crime problem, why don't you fucking solve it?
I don't think it's as simple as that.
Easier said than done.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Because
Solve it. Yeah, they've been trying to solve crime for a long fucking time, Jay, and it's a continuous thing.
No, Rudy Giuliani literally put the entire mob in prison overnight.
There's evolution of law.
And
No, I
evolution of crime.
I understand, but what I'm trying to say, Rudy Giuliani, when he was a young prosecutor, he literally put end to Italian mob in New York.
Rico.
With Rico, correct. He was able to do that shit, right? So there's clearly ways to do it.
They did something similar with the Yakuza in Japan.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Rico Act. You're involved. If you're involved with this organization, you're kind of fucking cooked.
Yeah. So that means there's possible, right? So why don't they do that?
And enforce harsher penalties.
Yeah, that could work. Or just because to me that's crazy. Like government knows this motherfucker fucking up.
Either you boys want Chipotle?
Chipotle.
They're still open? Damn.
No, they open till 11.
No, I'm okay. I already ate.
You should want to grab a Diet Coke. I'll sell her money.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, zero diet, whatever.
Well, you guys want to end? I mean, we're a little bit right under an hour.
That's fine.
You guys want to say goodbye?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm making my Chipotle order, guys. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Some interesting conversation about crime and fishing and.
Well, wait, we didn't have anything about, while you're finishing up your list. We didn't have anything else about Poppy Trump, Miggy.
That he's trying to avoid.
Well,
the
he
file.
did
He's,
one
he's
thing.
throwing things at you.
So
He's giving you like 20 things every day to think about. Instead.
Yeah, I've been rabbit holing on this actually. So after so many years, he brought, Armenia and Azerbaijan to the table of peace treaty, and the way they did it. So, quick history recap on this. Back about 30 years ago, Armenians kind of like went in and took this piece of land, Nakhchivan and Nagorno-Karabakh, from Azerbaijanis, and basically like kicked their ass. And then what happened? The international community came in and said, okay, this is illegal. That's their land. You have to give it back. So people that were there pretty much said, no, we don't want to be under them. So we're just going to create our sovereign government, and we're going to be connected to Armenia, right? And then 30 years later,
is that what became Azerbaijan Herzegovina? Or am I talking about something completely different?
Herzegovina, that's in Balkan states.
Oh, never mind. I thought that went together. That name went together.
No. Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's what you're talking about.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. Yeah.
But what happened there? 30 years later, then went back. The war started again. This was about 5 years ago. This story is about 5 years ago. Azerbaijan, Russia through Turkey, because at that time Armenia was trying to join EU. Russia didn't want that, so Russia through Turkey and Turkey through Azerbaijan sponsored and went in, basically paid off a bunch of people. These soldiers woke up one day and they said, we don't have any more bullets, even though there were bullets there. So they ended up like giving up the land from that area back. So Trump just brought them both to the table, basically saying, okay, we're gonna control this corridor through Armenia, and we're responsible for it, where Azerbaijan can have their economic ties with this little piece of land that's on the other side of Armenia, right? But we're going to control this because Russia tried to do it, and Russia was doing bullshit, basically, right? Like even with Russian peacekeepers, shit was popping off.
The only thing that I see about this is just going to be another way to get us into another fucking war.
Well, no, because I think
as soon as somebody tries to fuck up that lane, it's like, okay, you're fucking with our shit. That's our shit. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah, I think what it is Trump flexing against Russia. That's like, hey, listen, like fucking either you stop the war, or I'm gonna start making moves on your territories. I think there's that. Number two, he's been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, so he's doing that as well. That's part of the Nobel Peace Prize thing for him to win the Nobel Peace Prize. I think there's like multitude of things that are all in one place. He's trying to
delay the Epstein list coming out before he gets that Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I mean, even the Epstein list comes up, and I think he just doesn't want to be the president when the Epstein list comes out, and I don't think the next president wasn't gonna want to be the president when that list comes up. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, because there's a lot of people that pay a lot of money are on that list. You know what I mean? And they all know who's on that list. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's fucking secret. You know what I mean? They kind of know. Like if you're a fly on a wall in those like upper echelon parties and shit, they're all talking. You know what I mean? And then what's her name? Clinton came out saying some fucking ass backwards bullshit. She didn't answer the question directly and start blaming the other side as per usual. So as Republicans, they do the same shit. But anyway, so that was the thing. Basically, for Armenians, that's actually good. So I don't know how this is gonna end and how long this is gonna last. Like until like they need this, right? And after that, they're just gonna say, okay, we're spending too much money. We're gonna pull our troops out, you know. But anyway, that's that. All right, guys. Unless you had other shit with Trump.
That's it. We'll wrap it up, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Peace.